Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sneha and I make videos related to books, and welcome back to a reading vlog. So today is a Friday and I am back home early-ish. Like it's around, I've been back, it's about 6:15 p.m. and I've been back just now. And yeah, I am very much looking forward to this weekend, but it's been a very tough week at work, so I am looking forward to just holding up and reading, and that's the plan. So let me put you down somewhere and show you what I'm planning to read in this vlog. Okay, so the plan for the reading vlog and for this weekend is to read two of the most anticipated and highly sought after books of 2024. The first one of those is what I'm going to start right now. If you've seen my previous video, which was also a reading vlog, I had gone to a bookshop and I bought a total of 4 books. I haven't filmed the haul yet, maybe I will at some point, but one of the books that I bought was Butter by Asako Yuzuki, translated by Polly Barton. So I have been seeing this book everywhere on Instagram and YouTube, but also on Goodreads, where I saw the author Rebecca RF Kuang. She's left a review for this book, and she's one of my favorite authors, by the way, and she's left this review, which I'll put here for you. And once I saw that, I felt like I really need to read this book, so that's why I picked it up. It's a very interesting sort of a premise. It seems like it's like a murder mystery slash thriller slash true crime book, but also there's an element of food, and yeah, I found that very interesting. The sun is setting right behind me where I'm sitting, so there's all sorts of shadows coming, but this is the book that I'm planning to first start off with. I just want to hold up and start reading Butter by Asako Yuzuki. So let's go.
The next day.
Part of the healing process, in the sense, or how did the book did it help you? And usually people look inwards, in the sense when you lose somebody who is very close to you, it's always the inner journey that, and people are not so easy talking about it. Whereas you have chosen a different path. So how was that journey?
I think, as I've said, I've been researching for a very long time, and I've been looking at traditional healing systems.
The next day.
Hi. I've just not not sat down and talked to you about the book so far, so I just thought I'll do that. I've been having a good weekend so far. You've seen snippets of it, of how Saturday went, and today it's 10:15 a.m. and I've just sat to film the video that will hopefully go live today evening. Do check it out if it's up already. I'll link it up above. Yeah, I thought I'll give you an update on how reading Butter has been going on so far. I'm about 130 pages into it. This is a chonky one, so it will take me some time. The gist of the plot is that there is this case in Japan called about this cook called Manako Kaji, and she gets convicted of murdering 3 men by what means nobody really decides, but basically she's like seeing these men taking cooking them meals, getting them to pay for her meals and fancy restaurant dates and all of that, and then mysteriously all 3 of them end up dying. So the police tie her to the crimes, and now she's in the detention center. There is a reporter whose name is Rika, and she's the only reporter in her magazine, her only female reporter, and she gets really intrigued by this case, and she tries to write to Kaji, but she really doesn't get a response. But when she writes that I would like the recipe of beef stew from you, she gets a response, and both of them strike up a friendship which revolves around food. Now Rika is not a woman who really is a domestic person. Like, she doesn't know how to cook, she doesn't like all the domestic tasks that women are supposed to do, so she really doesn't like all these things, and she goes far away from them as much as possible because she thinks it hurts her career to be seen as feminine. But then when she starts talking to Kaji, she discovers food, and she discovers her love for good ingredients and good food, because Kaji kind of tells her, like, you try this butter in this shop, it is so good, you go to this restaurant, you order this, you tell me how it is. So it's like that. So she's living vicariously through Rika. I am liking this book so far. It is going good. I would say that there is a lot of like the same kind of sermons which are sprinkled through the books about feminism and about misogyny and about food and about how women are expected to look a certain way, be a certain way, act a certain way, and also like their responsibility towards men. So yeah, liking it so far. The plans for today are to read, but also I'm planning to go to the gym. Hopefully when my cook comes, I'll go to the gym, and then we'll see how life takes us today. It is many days later. It's actually Friday today. It's the 17th of May, and I'm working from home today because there's a big political rally on my side of town, and if I go to office and by the time I come back I'll be mad stuck, so I didn't want to take the risk, so I'm at home working. It's around 11 a.m. if I've said that already. I thought I'll come sit and update on how reading one of the most highly rated books of this year is going. It's not going good. To summarize, I don't know what it is. I think it is a mystery sort of a book. Like, you're trying to unravel why if this woman has killed these 4 men through the reporter. But the reporter starts to get increasingly obsessed with Kaji. Kaji is the woman who's in prison, and Rika is the reporter who's trying to follow the story, but she's increasingly obsessed with her, and she doesn't see things in like a reporter sort of a way. She sees it in the way that Kaji wants her to see it, and her friends and family keep telling her that you are kind of getting into this obsession of her. But there's a lot of like food descriptions, there's a lot of like commentary on what it means to be a woman and how much society looks at you a certain way or wants you to look a certain way, what they expect out of you. So there's a lot of commentary like that. But what I'm feeling is that it is very repetitive. The commentary is very, very repetitive. The mystery is not as pacey as I would like to be. It's very, 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 very dragged out. Like, I think it's almost a 500-page book, and I'm about 230 pages. But the book is outside in the hall. I'll get it in a bit. But I am just not enjoying it. So I think I'm going to give it one more chance today, during my lunch break or whatever. But for now, it's time to get to work. And I'll see you in a bit, probably. We got some new plants. Sorry, ignore that. but we weren't home for quite a while, so all our flowering plants were dying. So now we've just updated it with a lot more flowering plants. Hopefully we'll keep them alive, and then just like medicines for the rest. This plant stand is turning out to be my favorite thing, and it's right next to the bookshelf, so it's a good like pop of green, you know. Yeah.
The next day.
Okay, it is Saturday night right now, and literally just yesterday I had filmed something which said that I'm really not enjoying butter and I would maybe DNF it, but then I thought I'll give it one more chance, and guys, it has gotten better. I don't know how. So there's the mystery of it has really increased now. So Rika goes to Kaji's hometown, and she takes a friend Rico also with her, and she gets invested in this murder as well, in this case as well, and she has a few truths unraveled as well, and you get to see what has happened with her, and there's like a sapphic touch to this as well. So right now I am enjoying this. So I have about 100 pages, I think, a little less than 100 pages probably to finish, and I'm planning to finish this tonight, and tomorrow I'll catch you on my final thoughts with this. Bye. Hello, it is finally Sunday and I have finished reading Butter by Asako Yuzuki. So I'm here to give you my final thoughts and wrap up this vlog, which was a fun vlog. So it took me exactly a week to finish reading this, and the draw for this for me was that this was a true crime story because it is based on a real life serial killer, and as the book went through you can see how my mood shifted. Like earlier in the middle I was really done with it because I felt like the pace was really slow about the mystery and there were just like too many rambly points, and in the end I think it is a good book because of the essence of the book, like where you're trying to unravel this very enigmatic woman who is not the most reliable narrator and not the most reliable character because she's not the narrator. So Kaji, who's the murderer, is a very interesting character. Like first she says that I don't like women. I don't think women of today's day and age are serving their role in society, like serving the men in society, and they have all these like newfangled ideas. Then we find out that she actually tried making friends but she failed because she's a little blunt, and then the final twist is that she kind of turns on the reporter in the end. So very interesting enigmatic character for sure, but I actually like the reporter's character a lot more, which is Rika. I feel like we saw her growth very clearly throughout this book, and honestly she was the reason that I kept on reading because I was interested in knowing what would happen to her. Overall I think the mystery part of this was a little underdone. Like it could have been amped up a lot more. There are a lot of descriptions about food which were really good, made me really hungry, and there was a lot of commentary on how women are seen in society, which in the initial stages I felt like was very profound, but it just kept getting repetitive. So I think over there also the author could have done a better job. So it's a mixed bag, to be honest. I don't see why people have hyped it so much because I genuinely got lost interest at the midway point, and kind of had to push myself to keep on reading, and then it got interesting. So I don't think that's the best reading experience, honestly. So I know a lot of people have given it 5 stars, including Arif Guang, but unfortunately I will probably have to give this 3 stars and close this book. But yeah, I hope you had fun in this reading vlog. I took you through what a typical week in my life looks like, even though I kind of filmed only like the weekend part because weekdays I go to office. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still around, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.